Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Bit of a, I don't want to say different video. We are doing a tournament preview, but it's one of my tournaments. So I'm back at competitive chess, I suppose. For the first time since the South African Open, I'll be playing over the board chess, playing two events. One of them I'm using as a bit of a warm-up, and I'll explain why in just a moment. And then the main one that I will be playing is in a couple days' time. It is the 18th of October, so in about 8 days' time from now. We're recording this on the 10th of October, 2025, and that is the UJ Open Chess Tournament in celebration of 20 years of the University of Johannesburg. In case you don't know, that's where I study. For the record, I am not an affiliate as of yet or at all. Maybe not as of yet is a bit presumptuous, but I'm not an affiliate to their chess club. I just attend the university, and I have put my name down to play in the open event. And I will be in the B section, which we'll get to in just a moment, as I always seem to be. I don't quite have the rating yet to qualify for the A section or the main sections of these tournaments. So very interesting. So I'm going to talk you through the event that I'm playing tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 11th of October, and it is the UJ Trials. Now you might say, what are the trials for? For the purposes of this video and what I'm putting on YouTube, irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. I am treating that event, it is 30 plus 0, so 30 minutes flat on the clock, $30 entry fee, it's like nothing. It's trials for them, for their own respective things, but people outside the chess club are welcome to play. So I will be there. It is 7 rounds, 30 plus 0. I am treating it as like a bit of a warm-up. One of my big frustrations and learnings, you can go back and watch the videos, you can see it in those videos, during the South African Open was with my overall play. For 50% of the games, I was doing amazing. Apart from game 1 when I hung a rook in like less than 20 moves. And game 6 or so when I was down a rook in a couple moves. Apart from those two games, which is not bad out of 11, 2 blow-ups out of 11, I was much better in just about every game, right? I had chances to win. What was frustrating was that not only was I winning, I ended up losing games or drawing games. I finished on 4 points. I had 3 wins and 2 draws. 6 losses. We eliminate those 2 blow-ups, right? 4 games I lost that I really could have won. And that puts me on 8. Now, would the rest of the tournament have unfolded the same way had I won those games? Probably not. So, being on 8, it's nice to say, but it's not actually true. Because I would have played, tougher opponents who were better in terms of form. I look at those games, right? So, there was the final round game against that little boy, Afrikaans, last game, I think it was Crimea. The game against Ewan, which I think was like round 8 or round 7, where I was completely winning and just hung a rook. Snap like that. I hung plenty of rooks. There was the second round game, which was quite tough. Obviously, the first round was not a great start. Second round, I was okay, and then it just all completely fell apart. Those 2 draws, considering the fact I nearly bottled them into losses, not overly upset with them, but still I was better. Round 5 obviously was the big blow up with Adriano. Round 6 I actually managed to get the win, beautiful win, or vice versa, and then another blow up. You can go back, you can watch the videos. It was very upsetting not to convert those advantages into wins when I knew I was better. So I'm using this as a warm-up because I feel like I don't play enough over the board chess, and with the fact that tomorrow there's nothing at stake. Yes, I can win. Winning a trophy and a chessboard would be very, very nice. Would make a great YouTube thumbnail and a great YouTube title. But it's not why I'm playing. I'm playing as a warm-up for the UJ Open, which I play in the B section, where from the players that have registered, I'm one of the higher rated players, which is interesting. So it would be cool. Gain a bit of rating, hopefully. Although they're using my main rating, which is weird. They're not using my standard rating. So it says 1286 as opposed to 1296. For those of you who will be listening on podcast, I just did a shrug emoji. If you're listening on podcast, by all means, jump over to YouTube. But let's get into the UJ Open. I've spent enough time rambling. I hope I haven't chased too many people away. If you're still here at the 5-minute mark, let me know. If you're still listening and you're hearing at this point. So the UJ Open, right? So this is basically the tournament details. 18th of October, there's the registration fees that I've all paid, the chief arbiters, the UJ Astro Clubhouse, right? Time control is 55 plus 5, which is the same time control I had for the Kelo India that I played last year, which has been my best over-the-board performance in terms of score and in terms of rating gained. Obviously, the first tournament I played this year, the JMC Kickoff for 2025, was my second best tournament, but I only went half there, 2.5 out of 5. That was the only tournament, Kelo, first annual Kelo tournament, which I'm not playing this year for other reasons, was the only time I've been positive net score. Both my first tournament that I played and SA Open at UJ, I went -3. So, hoping not to go -3. I would love to finish evens. So it's 5 rounds, so 2.5 would be the goal. If I can get 3.5, super, super happy. Obviously, we go 5 out of 5, easy days, right? Yeah, so it's going to be at 8 a.m., which sucks, but it's what happens when you've got to play all 5 rounds on the same day. It's not SA Open, which was a fabulous tournament. I'm really happy I played that. Look, games can be what they want. I get to play chess. Like, that's what this is. I get to play chess. I haven't played a rated tournament in a couple of months. I want to gain rating. I want to play over-the-board chess just before exams. Get it in. Get it, like, out the system. I might get more into my system, but if you take the point, I don't know how many more tournaments I'm going to play throughout the year. Get this last one in. It's not FIDE rated. It's just Chess SA rating. I will talk about my FIDE rating at some point. I've got an official FIDE rating. For those of you who don't know, it's good. It's all good. I don't want to dox anybody, so we're just going to flick through. So this is all the stuff. Here are the section prizes for those of you who are interested. So I'm in the B section, so that is Chess SA of under 15.99. First prize is 1,800 Rand, second prize is 1,000, and third prize is 500, with the best lady playing getting 500. There is no lady section. So section A is Chess SA between 1,600 and up to whatever. It says between 1,900 because I don't think they expect any 2,000s to rock up to this. Then section C is for high school players who are not obviously affiliated with the university. Section D is then for grade 5 to 7s, and section E is grade R to 4, and they are all not competing for prize money. So could I end prize money? Maybe. I am categorically saying this now. I'm not playing for money. Winning money would be nice. I'm going to hold my hands up. Would be nice. I'm playing to gain rating, gain experience. This is still only like my 5th over-the-board tournament. So that is the general plan. In terms of a preview, let me pull it up here on my phone. How unprofessional for the YouTube audience. But needs must. I, again, don't want to dox anybody. So, chess results. I'm sure you can find it on chess results if you look hard enough. So, currently only 32 players are registered, and that's across all sections, right? So, in terms of B section, the top rated player is 1631. So, I don't know how that makes sense because I thought it was under 1600, but they are registered for B section. Then there's a 1567, 1456, 1438. Oh, so there's a few more players in B section than I realized. 1374, 1296, 1288, 1286. So we're like top 10. But how many players are actually below us? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 players below us. Okay, so I mean, there's about 10 of us playing, which would be good. It means I can definitely play people who've got much higher ratings than me. So positive results gave me lots of rating, which would be nice. Yeah, so we're seeded 18th out of the 32 players. But we're not actually, because they're not all in our section. Obviously, this will be filled out in the days to come. But yeah, no, looking good. We'll see how many more players get added. It actually does mean I go in as the underdog again. I thought I was much higher, but then I didn't realize how many B section players were above me, which is strange. Can't count, obviously. I thought they were all in A section. Oh! Well, that throws this preview out the window. Unless you've listened to me ramble, you've listened to my discussions. Look, in terms of now an actual preview, in terms of opponents, I don't know the opponents very well. Some of them I will look in the days to come may have played SA Open. Obviously, UJ put out a post on their social media pages if you want to follow the UJ Chess Club on Instagram or on Twitter. Or I don't think they're on Twitter, I think they're on Facebook. But I follow them on Instagram, right? They had players competing in the SA Open across a bunch of different sections. The club captain will probably be playing this, although he'll probably be in the A section. I don't know if he's captain, but the guy in charge, the big guy, main guy in charge, he probably won't be playing in the trials tomorrow, but the trials tomorrow will be a good level set of where I am actually, because I've actually played quite well against players who are 1600. It's just about converting that into win, and that's why I started with that rant and reflecting back on my previous over-the-board experience. Hopefully that will shape what happens over the next 2 weeks, so tomorrow and of course on the 18th. And that's all I really have to talk about. These are the section prizes, this is what I'm playing, this is the plans, this is the next step in the road to glory. That's just the official invite, so we don't need to talk about that too much. Alright. If you got through all of that nonsense and all of that spiel and you're looking forward to it and you want to support me, hit the subscribe button, let me know in the comments, as it says down there. Suggestions are always welcome. I take them on board as much as I can. Otherwise, wish me the best of luck, and I will be back late tomorrow, maybe Sunday, with a recap from the trials. I'll take notation and we'll see how it goes. Cheers.